GST. So I hope you all are familiar with this. Now if you see, GST was introduced on 1st July 2017. That is why this day is also called as GST day. Okay. Now this tax, now if you see, this tax is also regarded as one nation, one tax, one nation, one tax. Okay. So when we are saying it is a one nation, one tax, it means it has subsumed, it has subsumed all the indirect taxes. It has subsumed all indirect taxes. So when I say that it has subsumed all indirect taxes, it means whatever tax imposed by the center and state, whatever indirect tax imposed by center and state, that has been subsumed under indirect taxes. Okay, that is under GST. And for example, you can say value added tax. Okay, value added tax. Okay, you can say excise duty. Value added tax, excise duty. Okay, you can say service tax. Service charge is different, service tax is different. Okay, service charge is still applicable. Okay, service charge is still there. Okay, okay, service charge is still, you can say, applicable. Service tax is not, you can say service tax is now subsumed under this. Okay, so ultimately you have to understand that taxes are, indirect taxes are now subsumed under this one nation, one tax. Okay, next if you see this GST, if I talk about GST, GST is also known as destination based tax. Means wherever sale is there, matlab irrespective of wherever it is produced in the country, tax will not be imposed there. Tax will be imposed only in that that state where it is consumed. Okay, so ultimately irrespective of wherever it is produced, irrespective of wherever it is produced in a country, comma, it will be, okay, it will be collected from that state, it will be collected from that state where it is consumed. Okay, so ultimately if suppose product is produced in, for example Bangalore or Karnataka, but you are staying in Madhya Pradesh or UP. Okay, so you consume it there. So ultimately tax will be, it's a destination based, so it is collected in Madhya Pradesh and UP. Okay, so earlier what used to happen, earlier whenever product is produced, okay, so wherever it is produced, so tax will be collected there, as well as the tax will be collected in that state where it is sold. Okay, so earlier in both the areas, but now they said tax will be collected in one area only. Clear? So this is what you have to remember with respect to GST. Now apart from this, if you see this GST have various benefits. For example, when we talk about GST, so no doubt this GST has overcome cascading effect. Now what is cascading effect? Now earlier, whenever product is produced, so whenever product comes out of the factory, whenever product comes out of the factory, okay, so ultimately you know that within the factory, the price of the product is something else, okay, the price of the product is something else, but when it comes out of the factory, okay, when it comes out of the factory, the price is something else. Why? Because taxes are imposed. Okay, so you can say both. On one side center is standing and on the other side state is standing. So center used to say that you have to pay value added tax, state used to say that you have to give excise duty. So ultimately what happened, multiple tax are imposed and sometimes by mistake there are tax on tax, okay, and sometimes by mistake there is, okay, tax on tax. So if you see on cess and surcharge, we are deliberately doing it, but here by mistake tax on tax. For example, product is made at 100 rupees. So when 100 rupees is there, so first you impose excise duty, for example 10% means 10 rupees. Now ultimately, now center will say that you have to give value added tax also, that is 10%. So ideally it should be on 100%, but by mistake they used to say that you have to pay tax on this 110. So ultimately 10% of this, okay, so it means 11, but if you take 10% of this it will be 10 only, okay. So ultimately if you make this, so ultimately 110 plus 11, so the new price of the product will be, what will be the new product price? 121. In this case it will be 120, that is plus 10, okay. So 10 is excise duty, 10 is your VAT. So ultimately GST has helped to overcome this cascading effect, okay. GST has helped to overcome this cascading effect. Second, if you see, GST has also bring uniformity of prices, okay. Uniformity of prices means, now earlier whenever you have to purchase any laptop, or you can say before 2017, you used to call your all relatives, okay, you used to call your all relatives, clear, okay, okay, you used to call your relatives in order to ask about the prices, or you can say ask about the prices, that in my state I am getting this product at X rupees, in your state what is the price, okay. So ultimately earlier so many taxes are imposed, but now all taxes are subsumed, so there is uniformity, but now you don't call your relatives, okay. So this is what is the difference, okay. So you can say it ensures uniformity in prices, okay. I hope it is clear to you, okay. So यहाँ पर हम बात करते हैं यूनिफॉर्मिटी ऑफ प्राइसेस. थर्ड अगर आप देखोगे, third is when we talk about this thing, that no doubt it also ensures price stability. Okay, it also ensures price stability. So you can say it control inflation. So after introduction of GST, we have seen that some prices, or you can say prices of some product get reduced. Okay, so this is what you have to understood. Number fourth, so you can say this has also helped to ensure formalization of economy. So you can say a step toward formalization of economy. So this is what you have to understand. Okay. Clear? So this is with respect to formalization of economy. Is it clear till here?